So the settling in period at Southampton could not be going better. We're undefeated in 6, and I'm going to bring you them results that we've been having since that Fulham game in a moment. I've also been able to address that striker position, and I'm going to show you all that and more in today's episode. So first of all, let me bring you to the new arrival. We've got Bakan Ratala. He's the new striker. Ratala's going to be leading the line, a little bit like Ratata, but it's not. It's Ratala. He's going to be leading the line for us moving forward. We said that the striker position was something that we were sort of weak in, so we went out, managed to basically flex our muscles with regards to the money we had to spend, right? So I went to QPR, said, how much do you want for him? They said, give us 15.5 million. I said, thank you very much. That's not even 5% of my transfer budget. Sure, we'll give you that. Comes in as a good Premier League player, close to his already full potential, which is fine. Won't necessarily improve too much. Not a problem. If he's already a good Premier League player, that's absolutely fine by me. And he's only 21 years old, worth between 22 to 25 million. So even if it doesn't always go well, we can always look to sell him, hopefully flip him for a little bit more. But in terms of his actual appearances so far in the league, 22 appearances, 9 goals, 9 assists. So can't be complaining about that. Obviously, it's the season stats, right? Not the actual career stats. So for us, he hasn't actually played yet. Today's going to be his debut because, of course, we're on the 1st of January. He's only just came in. But for QPR, 22, 9 goals, 9 assists. So not a bad return. In terms of what's been going on off camera with regards to the actual fixtures, as I alluded to at the start, we are now unbeaten in 6. So, of course, you saw us draw 1-1 to QPR and then 1-1 to Fulham. So finding our feet, getting used to the new tactic, the way I want the players to play. Remember, it's something that they had just been playing typical 4-4-2 in these other games above. Starting to really gel, getting a good idea. We then drew 2-2 with Wrexham, George Hurst getting 2. A little bit unfortunate for him that he's losing his spot, but again, I need someone who can lead the line for years to come and is at a better quality than George Hurst. We then beat Luton 3-1, beat QPR 3-1 in the reverse fixture, so we managed to find our feet and we completely eradicated the result of the 1-1 before. And then we went on and beat Southampton, no, that's us. We then went on and beat Oxford United 4-3 in an absolute thriller. George Hurst, 38-minute penalty, 40 minutes, 72 minutes, 94th minute. And then Oxford United obviously getting their goals in, but who cares about that, right? An absolute thriller at St Mary's. Of course, Oxford United were top of the league, right? So a big scalp for us and really shows that we're here to now mean business. And again, feel a little bit bad for George Hurst. You know, he gets 4. He's sort of been carrying us in these games. But I wanted to bring someone else in anyway. He'll still get a chance to play. There's plenty of football to go. But in terms of what that does to the league table, let me show you where we are at. Currently, we are sitting 16th. So 25 games played, 32 points. For those who are eagle-eyed and want to keep an eye, Oxford City, 25 games played, 29 points. So they are also picking up points, which is nice to see. They did lose on the last game, however, though, 2-0 to Fulham. But I bring you back today for the game against Swansea. As I said, at the start of January, we're opening up the January transfer window as well today. Of course, if there's any other incomings or outgoings, I'll let you know. Yes, actually, tell a lie, there is one other incoming. I've put quite a lot of players on the transfer list as well, so I'm hoping that they'll start to go. But we did bring in actually one other player that was recommended to me by my scouts. Where is he? Here he is. Mr. Pedro, 19-year-old holding midfielder from Brazil. So, you know, typically players from Brazil are very good. But look at the stats that he's got here for a deep line playmaker or even for a defensive midfielder. Very, very good mental stats and quite good technical stats for what he actually needs, right? We don't need to worry about crossing or shooting, and decent Premier League player. Could improve a lot. So he could potentially become sort of a world beater, especially at only 19 years old. He won't make his debut today because he's currently travelling with the Brazil under-20s. That just gives you an idea of someone else that we brought in. We didn't have to pay too much for him, only 4.5 million. I think that's a good bit of business, even with how we like to develop youth. Typically at Southampton, he'll be another one of those that can be can be sort of developed. But let's get straight into the team. Realistically, from what you last saw, there's not really been too many changes to the team sheet. I've sort of tweaked a couple of things here and there. I brought Wood back into the fold because he is the club captain. I didn't sort of strip him of the captaincy when I first took over because I thought I didn't want to upset it too much. So he's still the captain, but he's going to come in and play today. Other than that, apart from the new guy up front, it's pretty much unchanged from what you saw before. In terms of an injury update, Akpa, he isn't injured anymore, but he did pick up a knock, so he probably actually will come in to go. Does he want to go? I've just said about playing Wood, but he is a little bit tired. No, we'll put him on the bench. There we go. And then in terms of Bentancur, again, only just sort of coming back from injury, still expected to be out for a while. So I don't think he'll be playing for us just as yet. And realistically, Pedro's probably just going to be a replacement for Bentancur. He's on such a lot of wages. So, I mean, I'll probably just offload him as and when we can. But other than that, no change. So let's get into the dressing room. Let's speak to the boys. Let's go out there and get another 3 points and keep our march up the league alive. Who knows? Maybe even playoffs are on the cards this season. Who knows? Let's see what happens. I'll come back to you momentarily. So here we are. We are in the dressing room. I think what we're going to say is just almost just keep on the good run of form, right? But let's have a look here. Swansea are 18th in the form table while we're first. Make that count. I mean, we are only unbeaten in 6 and won our last... I suppose we have won our last 4, but I mean, it doesn't go for much of the form in the league if we're sitting first, right? I think what I'm going to do is just say we've been on a good run of form lately. Go out there and impress me. And of course, I've accidentally pressed that and now it just won't go back to normal. Of course, it won't. So we're just going to click play. Now, of course, I'm recording this now after FM have said, right, FM26 is done. There's no more updates coming out for it. We're focusing on FM27. So I've got a question for you guys. Who do you want me to take over in FM27 to start with on our Rags to Riches challenge? Obviously, we started with Oxford City this year. That was very much obviously due to the random spinner, right? Because of course I was coming back into the scene. But who do you want to see? I want to see some comments in the comments section with regards to clubs that you think. I was probably looking more towards maybe one of the 6 teams that are it's their first ever season in the Enterprise National North or South League. But let me know what you think. Who do you want to see me manage? Who do you want to see me sort of go on a bit of a run? And remember, we stayed at Oxford City a very long time in this playthrough, just because there wasn't really that many job offers coming through. And that was probably an FM26 thing. Let's be honest. So it could be that we obviously swap and change clubs a lot more going into 27, but we'll obviously have to wait and find out. But do let me know who you think or who you would want to see me manage in the new one once obviously that does come out, or if there's any other form of series that you may want to see. I've got a couple of ideas for different types of series. It's just getting the time to record them, right? So I want to make sure there's always a main series, which we're obviously on at the minute, and then obviously have a couple of other things and other games as well. You know, there's going to be some other different games coming soon, so let me know what you think. Cross it across here. Oh, the defender just gets in and stops Ratala getting his first goal for Southampton. That would have been a fantastic debut. But 0-0, 18 minutes played. I mean, so far from the highlights we've seen, it's all us, but that means that Swansea will most probably score at the moment. How the FM engine usually is. There we go. We give it away needlessly, of course. Now they're in the ascendancy, and there we go. There they score. I might as well just write the script. I might as well just write the script for this. I don't understand how every single player is knackered as well. We've not had a game. Especially Ratala. He's only just joined the club. Why is he knackered? Now I'm going to demand more from the boys because we obviously not be losing this. Where are Swansea in the Championship anyway? 13th. So yeah, this is a game we need to be winning to sort of claw some more points up the table. Can we get a good delivery in here from the corner? We can. Oh, we just can't jump it at the near post though. Oh, that should be a goal. Oh, Reyes was already down on the floor and we just stumbled with it. Took a touch too many. Let him get back up in his feet. And we then couldn't get the ball past the goalkeeper on the follow-up. But Going in at half time, it looks like we're going to be going in 1-0 down. Not disastrous. Or could we bring it level? We've got a corner here. Who knows? We might be going in level at half time. Ball comes in. Again, exact same happens. We just don't jump for it. Osman here. Oh. Destroys his first man with a little bit of skill. But can't get past the second. So I think I'm just going to say we have to show something else in the second half. We need to be better. Realistically, we've got to be doing better than what we are. Wood's coming off. I praised him and he's got an absolute abysmal rating. So that's what happens. Curse of the commentator right there. We're going to bring Lima on there. First, I'm not going to bring on yet. He's having a really good game, so I'm not going to take him off. Downs is having an awful game. But to be fair, both of my holding midfielders aren't having a good game at all. I don't really have any other natural holding midfielders, and that was another reason why I brought Pedro into the club, because he can hopefully secure and lock down that position as his own moving forward. What I might do, I might change it to a little bit more of a standard passing. So like I was saying, obviously Oxford City was our start. Where do you want us to start next season? Obviously we know there's no more updates coming to SFM, so I've heard rumours that the interface bug is still potentially there. Which, what are you doing there? Which is ridiculous. Like, why? That's still a thing. I don't know. So if that does come up, we'll just have to do what we've been doing and instant resultant, I guess, which isn't nice. But if it does happen, we'll have to do that. Ball cut in here. Come on. I was going to say, we're teasing of each other. And then we go on and get the equaliser. I'm not going to celebrate that because we shouldn't be losing. And it's all the subs that have come on and made the difference. So Lima was playing it around with, obviously, Roslever. And then Azza comes on, gets the goal, and we go 1-1. Complain. Oxford United have absolutely capitulated off the top of the league. They were there for ages, weren't they? They now dropped down to 5th. But let's go on now and get that winner. We're in the supremacy now. We're in the leading part of the match. It's time for us now to make the impact, get that second goal, and prove why our run of form has just been so bloody fantastic. I'm going to get some other subs now. Probably shouldn't have clicked it on there, should I? Let's be honest, because now we're probably going to get stuck on it. No? Okay. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they fixed it. Who knows? A bit of a stinky debut at the minute for Atala, only on a 6.3 rating. What we're going to do is probably get him off now, bring George Hurst on. See if Georgie Hurst can make the difference for the rest of the game. I'm going to encourage them. I'm also going to change it to a more attacking stance. I know it's only a mid-table league game, arguably, but I want us to pick up every single point we can whilst we're in a good reign of form. And a draw away from home isn't terrible. But for how we've been playing, it's not great. It's not great. Especially relying on our substitutes coming on and having to get the equaliser rather than our starting 11. But there we go. 1-1 against Swansea. What that does is it looks like it puts us up to 15th. 1 point now behind Swansea. So that's where it would have been annoying, right? We won today. We would have probably leapfrogged both Blackburn and Swansea. And then be closing down on that 12th spot. And Oxford City managed to win 3-2. For those that are interested, I think I'm just going to say, simply put, it wasn't good enough. We should have won that match. Super sub Azza rescued Southampton. Thank you very much. Irony is he's on the transfer list. Okay, so what the plan will be is I'm probably going to skip over the Reading game and the Mansfield game. And of course, I've got to bring us back for an away tie to Oxford City to go and see all the fans and all the players again. And we get to see it live in this episode. So yeah, the plan will be skip over Reading, skip over Mansfield, and then we will be back for the Oxford City game. Okay, so we're back at the Oxford City game, an all-important game. Of course, going to see some familiar faces. Unfortunately, as you can see, we then went on and lost our first game as Southampton manager, and we lost 4-3 disappointingly to Reading. We went in at half-time 3-1 up, and we lost 4-3. Goalkeeper not painting himself in glory at all. So it could be a position that we look at, because we we're leaky with conceding from time to time. You know, we always, if you actually look at our last games since we've been in charge, we've always conceded at least one, which isn't my sort of style. You know, at Oxford, we was very defensively sound, which hopefully means they're not very defensively sound today. But let's get into the match. We're here at the Oxford City game. Downs has picked up a little bit of a knock. He should be okay. I mean, he's got a little bit of a tight calf. Do we risk him? Probably not actually worth risking him, is it? So actually, we're going to do that. Here's going to come back. Reinders is going to come back into the starting 11. This bench needs a whole change because where we rotated for the FA Cup game. So let's just do that. Wiss is also going to drop off the bench because, I mean, he doesn't deserve to be on the bench for the money that he's being paid. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm still standing by that. He doesn't deserve to be anywhere near the game. But then again, with the amount of money that he's being paid, maybe he should just be here, right? They need to be moved. And I think other than that, that's that. I think we are good. That's usually our starting 11 now from what we've had. Team that's very familiar from what we've seen, apart from obviously Ratala. Oh, I did forget to mention, Ratala did actually score for us in that game against Reading. So good news is he obviously got his goal. So he's got his first goal for Southampton, hopefully the first of many to come. He didn't play in the FA Cup game. I gave him a rest. But let's get into the dressing room. Let's go meet some of our old players, give them a little bit of a handshake, give them a little bit of a cuddle, and go out there. But of course, as soon as we cross that line onto the pitch, it's all out war, and we want to win the 3 points today. But I'll meet you back in the dressing room. So here we go. We're off to the MG Group Stadium. The form standards have Oxford City in second place. Maybe that other manager's doing a better job than what I could. But let's go and say we need to match it to that level, and we need to make sure that we go out there and get the points. We do not want to lose this game today. It's a little bit embarrassing. Oh, so they've actually gone to the 3 at the back, like I said I was sort of interested in doing. Right, so they've gone for like a 5-2-2-1, I think it looked like. Oxford City are actually above us in the league now by 2 points as well. They're sitting 14th, and we are not sitting in 14th. Okaranko there. Yes, it's all the old boys. It's actually emotional coming to play them. But yeah, look, if you look at the left-hand side here, so they've got it's a 5-2-2-1. Interesting, because that's exactly what we said that we were keen to sort of change it to potentially. Here we go, Ratata with the ball in. I'm going to call him Ratata now. I just think he's going to be known as the Pokemon. Chavez, Osterhage gets the ball in, crosses it across, and that's what we want to see. An early start. We want to just get our feet into the game, get that first goal, and then just settle, and we should be fine. Obviously, we can see Olasisi not giving himself much credit there, or not covering himself in glory. And this is the problem, I suppose, with the wing-backs, right? If the wing-backs aren't actually getting back and defending, and you've got Olasisi coming across the midfielder, you've not got that good level of coverage there. So 1-0 up, 6 minutes played. Again, an important game. A, for points in the league, but B, for a bit of pride, right? I don't want to score a lot against Oxford City. I'll take a 1-0 win, right? We'll just shake hands. Thank you very much. See you later. I don't want to derail their season by beating them by a lot. If we beat them. I'm getting ahead of myself. But also, you know, we're here to do a job. We're here to get our points, and we're here to get on our way. But let's see what they can do. So a slow build-up here from Oxford, which is a typical type of build-up from them. It's hard not to say all of their players' names here because of obviously what we've done for years and years. Ball comes back across. Samuel Smith picks it up on the edge of the box, hits the post, but then luckily the goalkeeper gets up from that first effort and manages to save the rebounded shot by Luke Harris, and then does nothing with the actual header coming in though. I feel like this goalkeeper's flappy. He's not that good. If we watch this again, I don't even know what happens here. Unless there was a deflection. It's just gone through his arms, it looks like. It's literally just gone through him. Yeah, he's not giving me much confidence, to be honest. And I feel like he's one of the main reasons why we continuously keep conceding. Yet he's meant to be a good Premier League goalkeeper. So I think potentially a goalkeeper will be on the cards for us to find next season. A long ball down pitch. We're never, ever going to win that by putting it down pitch. So you're on short goal kicks anyway, so I don't know why you're doing that. What's he doing? What's he doing there? We've not conceded, luckily, but what is he doing? He's bloody atrocious. That youngster might have to come in. Because that's mad. Osman here, lovely bit of play. Lovely ball, but then just can't get the final product, unfortunately. And it goes wide of the post. Goal kick here for Oxford City. Another bit of slow build-up play, as we know they like to do, first-hand experience. We win the header, though. Can we do anything from this position? Chavez here. Can he get the ball into the box like he did earlier? He can't. Luke Harris tracks back and tackles him. Again, just a little bit of slow play building up around us. Samuel Smith here. It's still hard and still strange to be on the other side of the commentary here. Reinders manages to get past two of them. Plays it back, though. That is an awful pass. No wonder why you don't start for me. And then Branningham. Ooh, the effort just goes just over the crossbar. I mean, every highlight we've seen in this match specifically is because of stupid individual errors, and that's why we've conceded. I'm changing him to a centre forward. I don't want him to be a channel forward anymore. I just don't like the channel forward role. I don't know whether to just bring him on now and risk it, because he's awful. He's not been doing well at all. I'm going to bring him on. Play through the pain. 45 minutes. You can surely handle 45 minutes downs. We need a little bit more solidity in there, because we are not getting it for the player that was on at that point. I can't even remember his name. This is the problem when you take over a club halfway through the season. You don't really get embedded with the players or the player names. So that is going to change, obviously, in the summer when we have a good old rebuild, because I'm going to be making sure we make quite a few changes. Because a lot of these players I've just not really been too impressed with, apart from maybe Ibrahim and Ratala. Obviously, he's only just joined the club. But even the defence is leaky. Chivas here. Ratala, let's go. Another goal. That's 2 in 2 now for him. Well, 2 in 3. The first game he didn't score. But 2 in 3 now. Again, a good signing. You know, a good player. Good player. And Chavez here. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. It's probably Chavez. Then gets in, and Ratala there. We know that Mishkila is not good at dealing with headers at his near post, as we had a lot of experience with. But 2-1 up. I'm going to encourage the boys. This is where we just now need to stay defensively switched on. If we start to falter a little bit, Oxford will take advantage of that, as we know all too well. I'm going to take off him because he's not really playing too well. I'm also going to make some other changes. Oh, a lot of people on the bench. We're going to take Reinders off. Actually, we'll do that change for Reinders because he's just come back from injury. We'll do that. Give him a couple of minutes because he's probably going to be the next player that's going to take that position after Reinders if we don't sign anyone else. He's that 25-year-old from Morocco. Not too bad, but he's not a natural cam, so that's, again, a position that we need to could potentially consider as Reinders obviously starts to wind down his career. But still 2-1 here, 83 minutes played. Can we go on and get a third and just give a little bit of a gap between us? Gromek there going in heavy like he always loves to do. Gives us the free kick, which is fine. We can just hold off on here. Looks like we're going to have a corner. 86 minutes played. We're going to see the corner as well, which is nice. Can we score from the corner? Just to sort of seal the 3 points. Oh, we can. Clement Akpa comes on, gets his header into the far top of the corner. A header that no goalkeeper, to be fair, was ever going to save. That is a picturesque header, literally to the other far corner and into the top corner as well. It cannot be beaten. An absolute bullet of a header Francis having a poor game, unfortunately for him. And I mean, we love to see it on this side of the dugout, right? But we don't love to see that in general if we were still there. But there we go, a 3-1 win over the old team at the MG Group Stadium. We've broken down the fortress walls. We've turned up, got our 3 points, and then we'll say thank you very much and best of luck for the rest of the season. That result puts us up to 14th, 36 points. I'm just going to say nice work. That was good. And that's it. We're going to leave it. We're not going to say anything more about them or about us. We're going to leave it with them. So what the plan will be now moving forward. So think realistically, it'll be worth us watching the Aston Villa game in the FA Cup 4th round, won't it? You know, probably arguably one of the biggest teams that we've played in the FA Cup, Aston Villa. So the plan will most likely be, I'll probably skip over the Watford and Portsmouth game, then bring you back for the whole game, and then we'll skip forward and play the Aston Villa game. Most likely will be the plan. I'll see how these games go. If not, what I might do is skip over these 3, then bring us for the Norwich game and have the Aston Villa game. We'll see how things are panning out. But there you go. That's everything you're going to see in today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. As I said earlier in the video, don't forget to comment down below. Who do you want me to look at managing in FM27? Obviously, let me know in the comment section. I want to see a little bit of different teams being thrown around, or like the comments of teams that you like the sound of, that sort of thing. So let me know down below. Hit a like button if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next episode and have that all-important FA Cup clash against Aston Villa. See you then. Bye-bye.